So, hello, I'm back on here. I'm always trying to, give information or something that, can work for you guys or something. Um, this actually came in one of the packets that I got. So, protect yourself from the dark forces, that's what it says. So, I've read it and marked down, the ones that I need to be, doing, in some way, shape, form, or fashion. This is just like briefly, a quick list of what to do. And then I guess you can pick and choose which one it is that you want to do. This came in the packet, the one that's like I said was the second application that I did. With the scrubbing in the shower, with the flowers and stuff like that. This came in that packet. So some really helpful information. I'm just now getting. I saw it, but I thought it was more of like the mailing information because I saw that's the first page, but behind it was this. So I'm just gonna say what's on the back because it's kind of brief. But it's house clearing basic instructions. Clean the house, especially when you're going through something like this with you have the attachment and with the deities and these spirits are around you, you're able to hear them and all this stuff. So you want to clean your house. Then it says light candles in the main rooms. So I guess that would be like your room and the living room or whatever your main rooms are. You may have a family room. You may have whatever mainly is your rooms, okay? Not in every room, I guess. It says in the main rooms, okay? Incense each room. You want to incense each room, something about in a circle. From room to room, in a circle or something like that. And then you can say your mantras, your prayers while you're doing that. And then it's seal the room by making a sign, like some people would do, like the cross. So that would be myself, with my belief, and or some people just the thumb. So you seal the room by making a sign. It just depends. If something you don't understand or something you don't get, and just that for me, it's like I won't even do it, And then it's seal each room by sprinkling salt in a circle. So I guess it's like a complete circle, like in like my room. So it'll be from wall to wall, but in a circle. Like closer to the wall. You know what I mean? Okay. And that's for each room. And then go outside of house and burn incense in a circle around the house. Now if this is something that you feel you want to do, or you think you should do, or you think is going to help you, then do that if that's what you feel. But if you think it's too much, or you don't even you think it's silly, or you don't believe in it, then it's probably not best for you to do it. Or because you cannot believe but just say, oh well, I'm going to give it a try. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like you just not feeling it or something like that. Then you probably shouldn't do it. Seal the outside of the house with salt by sprinkling and circle around the house. So also doing this with the house. So not only the incense around your house, outside your house, but going around but also with the salt around your house. Okay, whatever house you have. I'm in an apartment, so I would need to go, from my from my front door, and then come back. I actually have a back door, so I would just go, like if that was a window, I would just go to the back where that window is, where my apartment ends, and then go back in the house, actually. So I'm going back around. And so there's a half circle, and then when I go back in, just completing it like that. But I can actually come from the back and then complete it that way. So I would say that if that's something that you want to do, if that's something you feel like you want to do, if you're able to do that, But these are some things. It's more so like a house, a home, or something like that. like your own house, you know what I mean, type of thing. I'm hoping that all these things, I have so many things that I don't even know about that I can use before I have to resort to something like this, because again, like I said, it's an apartment complex, so I have to resort to whatever I can do, and whatever I'm allowed to do. But this is those are some of the basic things, but they have a ton of other things in here, like using salt. Use salt to protect your house. Sprinkle salt in front of your windows and doors. Use it outside to seal the house. Put bowls of salt around the house to collect negativity. Place salt in glasses of water around the house to trap negativity. Works well under or next to the bed of children that have nightmares or complain about boogie monsters. You can tell it's working by the child's disposition. Spiritual cleansing salts should be used often. That's something that I've been doing. So it should be used often, every day in severe cases, 3, 7 to 9 days in a row. Cleansing herbs, it tells you everything that's in there. Throw a handful in the bath water. So it even says throw a handful in bath water. It says you can put salt in something. You can put the salt in something that strains, like a sock, stocking, or this, I guess it's called a muslin bag, the little bag I was showing, so that it strains it out into the water, into your bath water. You can also use it in the shower, which is something that I did. Bathe or shower. Oh, it says something about you can bathe or shower using beer or coffee. Now, I wouldn't want to use beer because I don't drink or whatever, so I just, I don't even like the smell of that, so it wouldn't be that, but I mean, if it was a life and death situation, it would be a different story, but since it's not that, thank God. I mean, it kind of is, actually, because this is a whole, you got deities here, and they're always talking about, super negative things. They can go there, but I don't, beer, it says our coffee, so then the choice for me would be coffee, so, okay, so I'm not sure about that. That's not something that I'm gonna incorporate. So that's just not something I'm gonna do. Then they have oils. It says the word anoint. Put the oil on candles. So I guess you can put the oil on the candles that's burning or something like that. I would use just a small amount or something like that. Put it over windows and doors to seal the home. So you can, probably put it on your windows. I would, for me, my Christian faith, I'm making a cross or something to put it on there. Let me see. Rub on hands and touch someone. I don't know what that means or why that's important. Put on yourself. Okay, we need you to read this part again. Oil. Put it over your window and doors to seal the home. Rub on your hands. So you rub the oil on your hands and touch someone. Now, I'm a single person. I live by myself. I can't go over. I do know, some of my neighbors, but I'm not thinking, to go and just, touch them, especially in a situation like this. I'm not really sure. Maybe it's like somebody that you live with or somebody you live close to, but still, what is going on there? I'm thinking like what I've been telling you about them telling me the importance of, other people being around you or something like that. So if it's to get like the transfer of somebody else's good energy, then I guess I see that, and it's not just only your energy. I guess I get that. Put on yourself when you feel attacked. Okay, you can also put it on yourself, and I've done this several times, putting oil on myself, anointing myself, the oil, and putting a cross on myself. Something about mirrors here, but when I was reading it, it got a little freaky here, a little crazy. So I won't do that. And then it has spiritual cleansing soaps. So I've seen that also online, where like Saint Michael or Archangel Michael soap. They have like the soap and our negative energy soaps. Rue, RUE soap, evil eye soap, coffee soap, etc. Wash with regular soap, whatever regular soap you use, and then top off with the spiritual soaps to make it last longer. So yeah, I have a, star there next to that one. Definitely considering that. Let me see, but I didn't order the soaps because that would have been a bit, I don't know. I'm gonna see how these go, and then try to see how that goes. House clearing products, incense sprays, etc. in severe cases often need to be used every day. Some cases once a month. You'll know sage, mugwort, 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 or something like that. Frankincense, is that how you pronounce it? I think frankincense. Dragon's blood, palo, etc. So some of this stuff, incense sprays. Why did I? Oh, because of the sage. So the only thing I'm familiar with is the sage. So I'm interested in doing that because I was told about the black sage recently by one of the readers. So I want to, try that. Let me see, banishing incense every day. So you're using incense every day between 3, 7, and 9 days, I guess, in a row. You use it all those times. You use it back to back 3 days, or 7 or 9. Oh wow, okay, that's how. Burn a little pine needle every day, or mop the floor with pine saw, or wipe down floor and walls, etc. with ammonia. So if you don't have pine saw, you wipe down the floor and walls with ammonia. Dilute in bucket of water. Says burn a little pine needle. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not familiar with that. But as far as the incense, I'm just looking at it now. They wanted you to burn it at least for 3 days, 7 days, or 9, depending on like how severe the situation is with you and these attachments and these deities, and how long they linger and they stay around. And like I was saying earlier that even if you use the incense, just sometimes to get them off of you, to thwart them off of you for a good minutes, like 5 to 8 minutes. I think they last. They burn, you know what I mean? So that's good. Then it has citrus, lemon peels, or orange peels around the house. This is a little bit I don't want to say strange, but this is a little bit. I mean, if this is like one of the only resorts, I'm not gonna do this. But everybody is different. Some people don't have everything. And what I'm saying, it may work for you or it may not work. You know what I mean? So everybody is different. Everybody's situation is different. So that's why I'm choosing not to do that. I'm gonna go with everything else that I'm choosing. That's a bit much. That's a little bit too much or something. Let me see. Water. Glasses of water placed around the house. Watch to see if they get bubbles. And then they were saying that because that means that they left or something like that. Okay. Sacred items. I didn't select this one. Place sacred items all around the house. If they get knocked off the walls, that lets you know there has been a breach. If the house wards shatter or something like that. So that's a bit much. I don't have any sacred items like that. Let me see. ORGONITE. I don't know how to pronounce this, but orgonite, whatever. Placed around the home. Orgonite transmutes negative energy. So this is something I have to Google and get the right pronunciation for it and look into it. So I didn't select this one, but it sounds like it is good. It says it transmutes negative energy, and then it's like having all of these different things. But what you want to do is select something that stands out to you, or choose things that stands out to you, and then maybe use a few of them at a time. Like right now I'm just using the bath salts. I actually have the black tourmaline hidden, like it's covered and it's in an area that my energy is not even there. I just bring it out just to show it, really. So I'm not like using it, picking it up or anything like that. And then with the crystals, they're actually in the same area as that, just covered and, not around like my energy directly. Unless actually like the place that I go to sleep in. So on the opposite of the wall are those things, in a container, what have you, and covered up. So it's actually good because when I was sitting over there, it's like I could sense the crystals are really strong. They're really strong. They're pretty strong. Okay, so but what I'm using is the salt, that bath salts, the spiritual cleansing salt. Okay, those are what I'm using right now. So and then I want to get the black sage. So that's gonna take time to do all this stuff, re-up on the things I've already gotten, all this stuff. So yeah, and just seeing what works. It gives you time to see what works. I even was able to incorporate, using the incense and seeing what's up with this. You know what I mean? Seeing that it actually does work. Almost kind of, it pushed them away. The smell of it, but it smells really good. So they just got quiet, but using the incense and or using things, taking my time to figure out what works, how it works, all that, because it's important. Now I gotta take time to get to know these crystals, get to know which one is strongest for me, and which one isn't, which one works best at this time or that time. It's going to take time to decipher, what is what. So, and then also with the black tourmaline, I'm thinking months, maybe, good, I don't know, 6 to 8 months. Within 3 months, 2 to 3 months, I should know something about how it works for me. But longer time is going to show and reveal what's good and what's not good. One of the things you don't want with the black tourmaline, or whatever, however the proper pronunciation is, because it can some people use it for like not good reasons. So just keeping it hidden away from you is the best thing. If you're not in good energies or stuff like that. So but the next one on here is crystals, black tourmaline, or however the right pronunciation is, and selenite, selenite, selenite. So I guess that's another crystal, obviously. Placed around the home to keep it vibrating high. So I don't know if one of those is selenite, one of those crystals. I gotta get the names for all of them. Place eggs in the room. Actually, I need to read the paper that it came with, so I can tell. This is saying something about place eggs in the room to absorb negative energy, then discard off the property. Then I guess you get rid of them like at the end of the day or like the next day or something like that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do the eggs. I'm not feeling eggs. I think I get it. I understand, but that's a little too weird for me or what have you. I don't want to do that. But with the crystals, black tourmaline, and why would that be like under crystals? That's interesting. Yeah, black tourmaline and selenite. Yeah, that the crystals. I have those, and it's gonna take time to get to know what works and what doesn't. Then you have metals. I didn't choose this place. Saint metals under pillows. I wonder ST dot standing for what? Saint? Does that mean saint metals? I wonder what kind of metals. Tape them to the walls and ceiling. If you have nightmares, place metals under the pillows. Oh, if you have nightmares, place metals under the pillows. It kind of makes sense. It's like it can serve like as a shield or something, like spiritually or something, to block, negative nightmares and stuff. That's the first thing that comes to my mind. My faith and everything. So, there's a scripture that talks about, the shield of faith. And then just like, the whole Bible, it's talking about that during the times of war and battle and stuff like that. Oh, but that's not something I've chosen because I actually don't have, nightmares or stuff like that. Then it says pictures. This I did select because it says place images of powerful, it says deities, etc. on the walls. But I'm thinking like Archangel Michael or, other, others that are, angels that are, Daniel or whichever angels that are of the divine, pretty much. Okay. So placing those images, whether it's a picture, pictures are good, but I was thinking about doing like statues or, like the small ones or like even one that's kind of tall standing on your tables or wherever you would put them. I think those are very beneficial, because I don't have any of those anywhere like in my home, So the last one is Cascarilla, which is CASCARILLA. Protects and drives away negative energy and entities. Sprinkle in front of windows and doors. Put in 4 corners of room. Write on walls. You can even bathe with it. Put in 4 corners of room. Write on walls. I don't know what that means. You can even bathe with it. This I didn't select. Actually, I did select, but I'm not gonna. I have to look into this. And I selected it, I guess, because it says drives away negative energy and entities. Yeah, so that's why I selected it. So, but this is something that's coming, is further down the line, down the list, because I don't know. I can't even pronounce the word. I mean, this is what I'm saying. It's almost like common sense. I'm not trying to be, but I can't pronounce the word, so I have to get familiar with that and then look into it. And then, see what it looks like and all this stuff. And then, see where it fits in and my budget and see, where it fits in. If everything else isn't working or it hasn't worked or, just, I don't know, needing to try something new or something like that, I can look into that. Because that's something in addition to, like, all this stuff is a lot. So, use only what you need to use and things like that. So that's pretty much, this whole thing here, just giving a list of stuff of what what is possible to do, what you should do, to try and clear away dark forces, from your home. Okay, so along with that, I did this, and I know like you see, I have other things. I don't want to have to go too far into this, but I am using the salt baths or whatever is left so that I can, protect myself. But I've been, today was like my 4th day for the what do you call the scrubbing with the salt, of taking a shower and, getting out and all this other stuff. I am. Before this attachment came, I was all into like certain ways of, doing things because I felt like that's what I needed to do to protect myself or to remain, safe from, I don't know, like, it's like, this is the way that I felt, like, intuitively, like, that things needed to go or something like that, okay? So, anyway, so I just read all of that, protect yourself from the dark forces. Then I want to explain this. This is a lot on here, but basically, so in order for me to do all of this here, it's going to take a lot, like I said, I want to go one by one or a few by few or, and take my time with doing this. So, I had to write out which ones I would start out with doing first and then, kind of go down the line with that. You know what I mean? Because you can't do everything at one time. You know, like how are you gonna, you got all this stuff going on. You know what I mean? And when do you know is um, doing too many things at one time is just too much. You know what I mean? So if you start out with, just one thing or a few things, it's going to help you learn it and know that, this isn't working. Let's try something else. So, okay, you go in and you look down your list to see what else is up next. What else, one, can you afford? Or, well, that's the thing. When it's a serious situation, hopefully, you're able to afford the next thing that is serious or that can work and help your situation. So you go down your list and see what other things you can do to protect your home and or to protect yourself, against these, with these attachments and these deities and this whole, going, all this, everything that you're going through, with them, to try to keep them away or try to keep yourself protected and all of this stuff. So, some of the simple things, using the salt, cleaning your house, getting the crystals are kind of, you got to pay a little bit for that. But these were under like $30. I would say that they're under $30. Between both of them, the black tourmaline are and the other crystals that I was waiting for. Together, they're about under $30. Okay, so that's pretty good. I got a good deal on the site that I was on. So they have, like, I imagine, tons of them, online for the spiritual cleansing, bath salts and crystals, and, healing crystals is the exact name for it. Healing crystals, not just regular crystals, but healing crystals. Okay, yeah, things like cleaning your house, candles. Some people have candles already just around. Incense is something that you want to incorporate. You want to take your time with that, see how it works for you, see if you like it, the smell, or see how it makes you feel. This is the thing you got to do, like this investigating. You got to do like all of this, looking into it and analyzing things, just to make sure that it is something that you're okay with, or what do you think about it, or what have you. Seal rooms, with the salt. If you want to get a picture, do you want to get pictures of archangels? Do you want that? How do you feel about that? Or whatever pictures that make you feel comfortable, I would say, or make you feel at peace or something, something like that. I would say too, it's up to you though. Let me see, using otherwise. Yeah, so I just, wrote out in order, like what I can do, what I can start out with, and then go down the list to see, okay, I've tried this, it's been this long, and, okay, maybe I need to try something else. After I can say, this worked this way, that one worked that way, after some time, or what have you. Or I'm ready for something stronger. I want to try something, stronger. So, it's up to you, and you're taking it upon yourself to try, one of these methods that's different, or it's stronger than way than the other ones, So it's important to do that. To figure out, to use it one by one, and then to go, wait till you're ready to use something else if the situation is still the same. But the thing about it is that just being careful when you do use these, just make sure you feel within yourself that you can use it, you know what I mean? You may feel intuitively, oh no, don't do this, or no, not do that, or maybe you should do something else or something like that. And it could be for reasons you should be paying close attention to, or something like that. Okay, so I showed the other video, showed where the crystals, I got the crystals. So I wanted to do this and everything like that. Like I said, if anything you feel that you shouldn't do. Like, just go off of your own, how you feel, about the situation. Maybe ask some people that you think that knows about this kind of stuff. See what they feel, see what they're saying, and then see how it resonates with you, or see how what you're thinking about it. Because one thing you don't want to do is get into something that's not good, or you're going overboard, or makes the situation worse or complicated or something like that. That's something you don't want. So just be careful, and read things through. Taking your time with things is definitely going to get you to the answers, the solutions that you need, instead of having too much going on at one time. You definitely want to avoid that. All right, so I'm going to close this out. Thank you, for listening, and as much as information I'm coming across for my experience and what I'm going through with this, I'll definitely let you in on it, or let you know about it as it comes to me. Okay, so see you next time on the next one.